First guest has starred in such films as The Big Chill, The Fly, Independence Day, his latest movie, The Lost World, Jurassic Park. You know, sometimes these little independent films, they don't get seen, you know, so it's important. It's important that you go out and you see this movie. Just had the biggest opening in the history. It made 11, what would he say, Kev? Kajillion? I believe 11 kajillion dollars. Please welcome Mr. Blockbuster himself, Jeff Goldblum. Congratulations, you are.
Thank you very much.
You know, one blockbuster, they go fluke. Two, he's lucky. But three, you're in like, of the three biggest films of all time, you're the guy, you're the man.
Well, I'm lucky. I'm a very lucky
that's okay.
guy. And they're so sweet. How sweet are they? That's so sweet. Thank you, that's so sweet.
Oh, man, now do you like to sneak into the theater, don't you, and see how your movie's doing?
Yes, I do. It's a big thrill in these movies where people, you know, the crowd make a big crowd of themselves and get very excited. Yeah, I sneak in the theater and watch the movie.
Well, you know, when I first heard that, I thought, oh, that's kind of weird. And then I thought, well, no, not really, because when you're in a movie, you don't get to hear any applause. You know, when you host, you can hear them yell or boo, whatever it is, depending on what. But I would see why you do that. It's fun to kind of go in and just...
Sure.
Have you been busted? So? Have you been caught?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, I tried to sneak in. We went this Saturday. I went to Universal here. And
now, what do you do? Do you stand in line?
No. People are very nice, and I say, you know, I'm in the movie, and they say, oh, look who's here. Come on. And, you know, just stand in the back. You know, but people catch me. People say, you know, look who it is. Look who it is. It's him, you know.
I mean, but do they think it's like an animatronic thing? Are you going by it? and don't they think you might be a lookalike? Because there's a lot of lookalikes or people who say they're somebody else. I mean, have you been carded? Like, you know, the kid tearing up tickets. Hey, wait a minute, mister. I mean, have you ever... Nothing.
Like the Bob Dole commercial? No. I was watching a movie, and a guy was... it was in the middle of a big scene, and he was very excited. And he was obviously had to go to the bathroom, had to do something. He was like rushing up the aisle, and as he came by me, he went, and he did that, and then he rushed back to his seat, and he came back with his girlfriend, I'm sure his girlfriend, and he came by, and she was going, what? And he said, look, there, and she said, what? And he took her head kind of roughly, and he said, there, look, see? I tell you, it's him. Can you imagine?
Do you like to get scared? I mean, you seem to be in a lot of scary movies. Do you yourself like to get scared? I mean, is it something you enjoy, or does it frighten you? I like to get scared. I've liked scary movies. When was the last time you were really scared? Not a movie. I mean, a real life. You know, like that second before you're going to hit a tree or something. You know.
Right. Well, that would be awful.
That's scary.
That's very scary. Something. Oh, I know. Something comes to mind. You know, this is a long time ago, but I was on this kind of date long time ago, and
I see. To protect the innocent, we make it a long time ago.
No, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we were in the car, and we were actually looking for a kind of I had a nice spot, a nice spot.
Big makeout
to park. Yeah, a lovely spot, a view of the city. It offered a very nice view of the city, and had a little seat that I know, a little arbor, and da-da-da-da. So So we pull up to this thing, and just as we're parking, it's at night, of course, and I see this thing in the headlights of the car, this thing kind of slowly waddling away from the car. And so, oh, look at that. It's like an opossum or something with a big tail. And then this thing turns around to me, and with the red eyes, beady eyes, just looks at me sort of arrogantly, looks away, and continues to waddle into the bushes. It's a rat. It's a big rat. Ooh, just a horrible looking thing. It went through me like... Ugh, just terrible. But I thought, well, forget that. Forget that. You know, this is going to be a very pleasant evening. Come on, da-da-da-da-da.
Typical guy logic. You're not thinking with your head. Forget rats around here.
Yes. Think nothing of that.
Think nothing of the rats.
Oh, yes. Ignore that. Look how lovely. Look at the evening. Feel the breeze. What a spot. Look at the view. And we sit down at this thing. And it's going very nicely, and by and by we're caressing, and by and by we're embracing, and I think I'm kissing her a little bit. And well, at this moment, at the moment when we're embraced, and I think I have my eyes closed, I feel a heavy and furry thing on my lap jump up on my lap. Now, how do I describe this next moment? I'd never experienced anything like it. But out of my mouth came a sound that I did not recognize. I don't know where it came from the bowels of somewhere. I made this sound, and my hand, before I gave it any instruction whatsoever, reached down and found exactly where this thing was and heaved it up in the air. And only in slow motion, when I finally saw it, I realized it was a cat. But I still had, although I thought I'd forgotten about it, somewhere in my body, rat. I was thinking, rat.
Now, where was she when all this is going on?
She was right there, none too pleased, you know. But we both settled down.
But you're into all that. Like, did I read somewhere?
Into what?
No, just weird things. Not
like
weird.
Rats and cats?
No, but different. I know you like to experiment with, like, didn't you go to a psychic surgeon? Did I read that somewhere?
Oh, yes.
I mean, that type of thing. You like to, you're an open person. You're a free spirit, likes to experiment.
I certainly am. I'm open-minded, if nothing else. And this was quite, and this was quite a while ago, too, in fact. But I did. I was with somebody. I went for one reason or another to this guy who said he was a psychic surgeon. Do you know what that is? It's these guys that supposedly there may be some real ones from the Philippines. I don't know. Anyway, they say they can operate on you. They can go into your body and do things inside without instruments. With just their fingers, they can go inside you, pull things out, no blood, and like that. It's a very spooky thing. I have my grave doubts about it. Anyway, at this time, I went. And God, it was the waiting room. There were afflicted people, and it was kind of sad. And da-da-da-da-da. I went in the waiting room finally.
You sneak ahead.
It's me from the movie. I'm just going in to watch. No, I didn't do it. No, I didn't. I waited my turn. They say, "Hey, come on." Okay. And I go in, and I meet this guy, and he says, "What's wrong?" I said, nothing's wrong with me. I'm kind of here out of curiosity. And anyway, I said, I am nearsighted. But that's because, what the doctors tell us in the science books. But he said, let me be the judge of that. Would you like me to help? I said, well, how would you help? He said, I'll take an X-ray. He said, lay down on this table. So I laid down on this table, and he put a piece of, like, typing paper, special kind of onion skin paper, on my stomach, and a Bible on top of that. And he said, I'm taking an X-ray. And he kind of let it go. And then he looked at the typing paper, and he said, He said, you've got a blockage behind your eyes. That's why you're nearsighted. Would you like me to take it out? I said, okay. Well, I don't know why. I'm very open-minded, as we established at the beginning of this story. So I closed my eyes, and he had an assistant, and he began to, if you do this to your own eye, it's a weird feeling. You'll feel, is he really behind my eye or not? He was doing this, and he pressed his fingers like this, and I thought, oh my God in heaven, is he behind my eye? And because they're supposed to do it with their etheric fingers, they're supposed to, anyway, get behind your eye. And I feel some wet stuff on my cheek, and his assistant has a sponge, and she's wiping things up, and I'm, my God, am I bleeding? He says, okay, I've got it. You can open your eyes. And just as I open my eyes, he's taking this, looks like a bloody piece of gristly chicken liver or something, in his hand, and putting it into a pan of water that his assistant is holding. I said, wait a minute. Can I see that? Let me see that. You took that out from behind my eyes? He said, yes. There it is. Oh, wow, look at that. And he said, well, there you go. I said, how about that? He said, now you're not going to get cured unless, he gave me a massage then. He said, you're not going to get cured unless you come back for another couple of visits, and I continue these massage treatments. I heard that with other cases it was similar. He started to charge a lot of money, so I figured this was not the thing. Although, I had been eating a lot of chicken.
So you think the chicken may have lodged behind your eye?
I'm sure not. No, never mind that. That's a joke. I just made up a joke. That part's not true.
Oh, wow.
I made a funny joke.
Well, let's talk about this movie. That's a good story.
Thank you.
Oh, I love, these are wonderful movies. I enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed the second one. Yeah, I mean, it's real exciting. It's well done. It's exciting. You can take, and they're fun with kids. We brought a bunch of kids when we went to see it. And the kids are screaming, and you can be like, oh, take it easy. You can sort of like be the big grown-up. Oh, it's great fun.
I know. Isn't it enjoyable? I know. If I were 10 years old and I saw this movie, it would have. I remember the movies I saw that when I was that age. I would never forget them.
Oh no, Mighty Joe Young.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah,
really?
but this is so... Well, here, let's show
Yeah.
people a clip, and then we'll discuss a little bit
all
here.
right.
What scene is this?
Oh,
Obviously, you guys go back to the Lost Island.
We go back to the Lost World, of course. That's a prehistoric. It's like it's from prehistoric times, just
Right.
dinosaurs there. Anyway, you know about it. Here's a scene, I believe, with a big dinosaur chasing a lot of unhappy people. Wow.
Well, it's just great. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Thanks.
And, you know, people say, oh, it's all the dinosaurs. It's not. You guys are really terrific actors, and you really bring that whole sense of tension to it. It's just wonderful.
You're
it's just a
very
wonderful,
sweet. The
wonderful
whole
movie.
cast is great.
Everybody's terrific. Jeff Goldblum, thank you.